Good morning. We are in Alicante. I am so excited to show you Instituto Bernabeu today. I arrived yesterday and decided to stay a little bit outside of the city center. So I'm staying in El Campello, which is around a 15-minute car ride from Instituto Bernabeu. No matter in which part of Alicante you stay, it is really easy to get to the clinic. Instituto Bernabeu has an option to book your taxi for you, either from the clinic or to the clinic, possibly from or to the airport, which makes it really easy if you don't want to worry about getting to the airport on time. We have a busy day planned, so let's go inside. Let's go. And here we have the reception, where I checked in for my appointment. Hello, I'm just here for my appointment. But you can also do that in the second building. There are two fully working receptions, so if you go to the wrong building, you don't have to worry. They will guide you. Of course, they speak English, so once you arrive, they're ready for you, and you will be moved to the waiting area. So the clinic is actually separated into two buildings. You have the older one and the newer one. One serves as the main hub for the procedures, treatments. There's the main reception. And the second one has consultation room, the genetics lab, and offices. There's also a little cafe. And as you can see, there is a lot that has been very well thought through here. So you have an olive tree outside. It's beautiful and very symbolic as it's here purposely. As olive tree symbolizes peace, but it can also symbolize good luck. And it's an amazing corner to hide away if you want even more privacy while waiting for your appointment, or just to sit down, have a coffee after your appointment. They also have a full auditorium inside of the clinic, which says a lot about their focus on continuous learning and innovation. It's not just a place for patients, it's a place where doctors and embryologists come together to share their knowledge and push the field forward. While I wait for my appointment, let's go see the embryology lab. It's actually very modern, and this is what I need to wear to enter the lab. So let's go. So here we are in the embryology lab. You can see the embryoscopes, which is a default procedure of monitoring embryos in Instituto Bernabeu. It's not a paid add-on, it is included in every package, so your embryos are not being moved in order to be monitored thoroughly.
And we can also see the embryo development in, for example, in the office, in the laptop, or in your house, if you prefer to review some embryo development or review some kinetics of the embryo. As you can see, there are some cabins, and each cabin is for one thing. For example, this cabin is for seminal samples preparation. So here we prepare every process related to seminal samples. Okay? That only seminal samples exclusively for the in vitro fertilization cycles. So, in this cabin, we perform thawings and freezings. So this is the cabin where we perform all the process related to cryopreservation. This cabin is for the egg retrievals. Everything is checked with QR. And this is connected to the platform with the VRepro, with the traceability system, and everything is checked. And in this cabin, now we are doing embryo biopsies. We are doing the tubing of the cells, of the trophectodon cells, to the tubes, and everything is controlled here in this cabin. You can see in this area we have 4 microscopes that here we perform the ICSI process and the embryo biopsies. So here we have 2 lasers systems connected to the microscope, and then here we perform the embryo biopsy at the blastocyst stage. So we extract some trophectodon cells, and then here in the cabin we perform the tubing process.
Instituto Bernabeu does a lot of research. And one of the medical research that they're currently working on, we're being presented here. So this is an insight into something very special that they've been working on.
It's very important that here in this space, we perform the ICSI. So in the same device, we can use to select the sperm and to perform the microinjection. So all the processes in the same dish.
Now let's see where the magic happens. So in this room, your egg retrieval or your transfer would be taking place. And as you can see, you can walk in through the patient route, or you can walk through directly from the embryology lab, which your embryologist would do when they're transporting your embryo. Embryologists at Instituto Bernabeu are directly involved in the process, so you will get to meet your embryologist, speak with them. Something very unique about Instituto Bernabeu is this TV. There you will get to see the route your embryo takes on the day of the transfer. So you will see your embryologist bring the embryo to you on this TV. So now it's time to meet my personal assistant. So my patient coordinator is Virginia Alarcón. She was so kind, and she speaks 3 languages. She speaks English, Italian, and French. And of course, Spanish added to that, but those are the 3 main languages that she supports patients in. My consultation with her was us walking through my journey, talking about all my doubts, asking all the questions, walking me through everything that's going to happen today and how it's going to look like from then on. Instituto Bernabeu is digitalized, so everything that happens goes on my file. So as soon as there is a note, my patient coordinator, my embryologist, my doctor can access that information. What is something that you would say to a patient who is worried about coming for IVF abroad?
It's absolutely natural to feel scared about traveling abroad for an IVF treatment. In the end, they are coming to a place they don't know, they are going to meet people they have only spoken or met online, and with a culture they don't know. So it's absolutely normal. We have a lot of experience, we have solid and reliable results, so they can trust the process and they will be in good hands.
While waiting, I went through all the brochures and materials I got when I arrived. There's actually quite a lot of interesting information, and Instituto Bernabeu also has its own magazine, so while you wait, you can read up and learn a little bit more about the process. So now it's time for my medical consultation. Let's go! My consultation was with Dr. Ana Fuentes. She has this calm, focused energy, the kind of doctor that you feel like is very listening to you and very much tuned into the conversation. Dr. Ana Fuentes is leading the low ovarian reserve unit. She's deeply experienced in handling more complex cases as well. She talked about different options and how she and the clinic adjust protocols depending on each patient's exact case and needs. She also mentioned how closely the team collaborates and how instantly the patient coordinator is updated on the case and the treatment plan so that they can follow through and be of assistance more thoroughly. And next, let's see where the testing happens. You can change and you just lay down here and you can watch the ultrasound happening live on this screen. So I get to show you something that patients don't usually get to see. It's a genetic lab, and it is not all that common for clinics to have their own genetics lab on site. So let's go see it.
Hello, my name is Ruth, genetician of Instituto Bernabeu. This is our genetic lab. We have 2 sequencers, one MySeq and one NextSeq. Here we have the PCR area. We have a bench and PCR machines. Then we have microscopes to do karyotypes and fish analysis, for example. And here we have the DNA extraction area and the area when we work with sperm samples and blood samples. We do all the tests for the female and male patients, and also for tests for the donors and for the embryo. For example, we do a genetic test for male infertility, as for example, DNA sperm fragmentation test, a nucleated sperm test, karyotypes, Y chromosome microdeletions, and also tests for female infertility, as for example, a study of female polymorphisms associated with ovarian stimulation. And then with these machines, with the NGS machines, we do the carrier screening test for the donors. We have very complete carrier screening tests for donors, which included almost all recessive diseases, to do the genetic matching with the partner, with the recipient. We are very specialists in PGT. We do PGTA for aneuploidies, and also we do PGTM when the patient on the couple or the couple is a carrier of a genetic disease. We can do the PGTM and also together with the PGTA for aneuploidies. And we do a very specific type of PGTA that is called PGTA Advanced, in which we can detect the origin of embryo aneuploidy, if the embryo aneuploidy comes from the parent, from the father, or from the mother. So we do a lot of cycles of PGTM for our patients and also for other patients in Spain and from other countries around the world.
Let's take a peek into the recovery room. So there are 5 of them here, and let's go see the 6th one. I mean, look at the view. It's really well prepared, so you would be staying here not overnight, but for a few hours after your egg collection or your transfer. You are good to go as soon as you feel like you have recovered. So it could be 2 hours, but you can stay a little bit longer if needed. You can see that Instituto Bernabeu put a lot of effort into little things. I appreciate that because, you know, it's not the easiest process to go through, so those little bits and pieces can help improve the experience. If you're unable to get a mammogram at home, you can also get one done while you're at the clinic. It is not fully required, but it is recommended above a certain age, and you can just get it done at the clinic while you're here either way. And here is the room where your partner would leave his sperm sample. Once ready, he can leave it at the reception right next to this room. He has a TV here, Wi-Fi, so anything he may need, you can also come in with him if needed. And here is the waiting room where you would wait for your testing. So for your blood test, or your partner would be waiting to leave their sperm sample here. And here is the room where your blood would be taken and the lab where the blood will be tested. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing Instituto Bernabeu from the inside. So that's it for my personal review of Instituto Bernabeu. I hope you enjoyed it. They left a really good impression on me. It's one of those clinics that immediately feels very elegant and refined. And everything from the design to the patient experience felt very intentional. You can tell that they thought through every step of the way. Despite of the size of the clinic, I never felt like I'm just another patient walking through. The experience felt very personalized, and it's almost like a concierge type of care. I also really appreciate that they have separate units for different types of issues, for different types of patients. So you will always have a doctor assigned to you that specializes in similar types of cases. The research work is also very impressive. So they don't just provide treatments, they also want to make an impact on the reproductive care. What I also would like to mention are the PDFs available on their website. So even if you're not moving forward with your treatment at Instituto Bernabeu, they share their knowledge in forms of PDFs for free on their website, so it's something that you can take advantage of either way, and they're really good. So for example, if you're a single mother or if you are going through IVF as a queer couple, you can read more about available treatment options for your case specifically on their website. Overall, Instituto Bernabeu feels like a great mix of science and warmth. So if you're looking for a clinic that combines that type of high-class medical expertise with a very well-refined patient experience, I believe that Instituto Bernabeu is a great choice. If you have any questions about Instituto Bernabeu, feel free to ask them in the comments or send me a message directly. And make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Behind IVF Clinic Doors. Stay tuned for my next personal review, and I'll see you soon.